Prime Minister, lords, ladies, distinguished guests, ministers and friends, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you all. Thank you all for braving London's rush hour traffic to attend this, the 12th Muslim News Awards for Excellence event. I would like to begin by welcoming all those who have been nominated for the awards tonight. I would like to thank all our readers who took the time to nominate men, women, and children whose endeavors and activities mark them out for recognition of excellence. These awards are about you all. You are the reason why we are here tonight. Your creativity, dynamism, and enthusiasm to make a difference is what we are here to celebrate. As in previous years, we have been humbled by the quality and the quantity of entries for each award category. Given the disproportionate focus on bad news reporting when it comes to Islam and British Muslims, it is all the more important that we should honor good practice and celebrate the exemplary work of the illustrious men, women, and children present amongst here tonight. There are countless individuals and organizations striving to make a difference to the way Muslims are perceived and portrayed in our society. This award ceremony is one way to ensure that their contributions are not marginalized or overlooked. Once more, the Muslim News Awards for Excellence has brought together over 800 people of all ages, backgrounds, and disciplines from around the country as far as Scotland to demonstrate to all, and to young Muslims in particular, that vitality, dynamism, diligence, creativity, inspiration, progress, and reward are all alive and kicking in the British Muslim community. It is represented here in abundance. Yet, in the face of our many visible successes, there are those who refuse to relent and insist that Muslims are disloyal to our country and in need of integration. A decade ago, Muslims were in the main observed and viewed through the lens of fundamentalism. A decade on, they have come to be observed and seen through the prism of violent extremism and terrorism. The preoccupation of the actions of a tiny violent minority and a small, but though vocal, provocative fringe has come to eclipse the everyday achievements of the British Muslim majority. The media bears a degree of responsibility for this state of affairs, and it is worth remarking on the recommendations of the Leveson Inquiry established by the Prime Minister. It is our hope that the sealing of the Royal Charter will usher an era of a fairer portrayal of British Muslims in our media, devoid of distortion and bias. As for the Conservative Party, it is not today the Tory party of old. William Hague, when leader of the party, made significant efforts to turn the party around and began to demonstrate a greater understanding of Britain's diverse communities. It was under William Hague's leadership of the party that we saw Britain's first Muslim member of the European Parliament, Bashir Karnbai. Now we have two British Muslims in the European Parliament, both from the Conservative Party, Sajjad Karim and Said Kamal. Who's here with us tonight. This change has continued under the current leadership of David Cameron. There are now two Conservative peers of the Muslim faith, and one of them, Baroness Sayeda Wasi, was the first Muslim cabinet minister. During the last election, for the first time, two Muslims standing for the Conservative Party were elected in the House of Commons, Sajid Javid and Rahman Chisti. There are also 6 Muslim members of Parliament from the Labour Party. The visibility of British Muslims in our political and public institutions is transforming in small but significant ways the negative stereotyping we have all witnessed in recent years. Their contributions, their presence, and their faithful service is a matter of deep pride in our community. Let us recognize that too here tonight. Allow me to reflect on just a few of the interventions we have seen under the leadership of our Prime Minister that give cause for pause and proper recognition by the party to celebrate all the communities that make up British society. The Prime Minister welcomed the World Islamic Economic Forum to the UK last October. For the first time, the forum has been held outside a Muslim-majority country. At the forum, the Prime Minister announced the issuing of the UK's first ever sukuk to the value of £200 million. The Prime Minister also outlined plans for the development of Sharia-compliant student loans to ensure that British Muslim students are able to take full advantage of the UK's world-class higher educational institutions. The Prime Minister further announced funds for the seed capital for Muslim entrepreneurs, recognizing the potential for the growth in Islamic finance and industry, an industry that is set to grow to £1.3 trillion this year. The government's Help to Buy mortgage scheme has now been extended to include a Sharia-compliant alternative to mortgages, the home purchase plans. The development of Islamic finance has been covered extensively by the Muslim News since the paper's inception 25 years ago. The Muslim News continues to be the largest circulating not only Muslim newspaper, but ethnic paper too, reaching over 150,000 people in the UK, and the website receives up to 1.5 million hits a month. My congratulations to all those who are successful and win here tonight. I wish you all a very enjoyable and inspiring evening. Before I invite the guest of honor, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the person who made this evening possible, Mahmoud Al-Najjar, Chairman of the Prestige Group. And now, I would like to invite the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable David Cameron.